Now, y'all already know what time it is. It is time for the mess. So let's get into it, you guys. And what's going on, you guys? It's your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. What is going on, you guys? I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful hump day, and I plan on doing the exact same. So, with that being said, before we get into today's mess, let's talk about what we have coming up on the horizon. Now, as you guys already know, that the Real Housewives of Atlanta will be returning on May the 7th, but don't you worry, because the Whether You Like It or Not panel will be returning the next day on May the 8th. Right here on Scotty by Nature TV, it will be season 5 of the panel, and it will be the Atlanta edition. Be sure to tune in at Scotty by Nature TV, giving you the real tea, Josiah's World TV, Yocrates, Really Be TV, and Simply Sakina will be back as a collective to discuss the Real Housewives of Atlanta episode by episode, okay? And don't you worry, because we have special guests, Aaron Wiles out, L Teddy 27, as well as Reggie Ortiz. They will be here as well as other pop-up guests that we may have throughout the season. So make sure you guys tune in. And if you do watch LGBT web series, make sure you guys tune in to Chasing Dallas every Thursday night at 8, 7 Central on the Chasing Reality platform, which is the YouTube page, okay? After every episode, we do a panel every Thursday night. It's myself, T, Jamar, Carl, Jeremy, and Tramel. We recap the episode every Thursday night right after the show, so make sure you guys tune in for that. So with that being said, you guys, that's pretty much all that we got coming up on the horizon. I'm sorry. So let's go ahead and get into the mess for today. And we're going to start off today's mess with Mr. Soulja Boy. Tell him. We're going to start it off with him. Now, his ex-girlfriend is testifying about alleged abuse, and she claims that she was going to DIE before he held her captive for 6 hours. Now, most of these stories that we're talking about is going to come from the Jasmine brand. At least 3 or 4 of these stories is coming from the Jasmine brand. So let me just let you guys know that. Now, this is what was being said in regards to the ex-girlfriend that is testifying against him. Now, the ex-girlfriend, a Soulja Boy, recently testified in the court about the alleged abuse that she suffered at the hands of the rapper during a 2019 house party. Kayla Myers was reportedly questioned on April 11th regarding the allegations in her lawsuit against the rapper and his assistant, Tevin Anderson. Now, according to Radar Online, the jury was shown many images of purported injuries to Myers' face and leg by her attorneys while she testified. There was also a photo shown of her in the hospital following the alleged incident. Myers' attorneys provided screenshots of alleged direct Instagram messages Soulja Boy sent her as an additional proof of the abuse, along with the copies of her hospital care records. On April the 12th, Myers continued her testimony by sharing text messages from the rapper. Myers stated in the lawsuit that she and Soulja Boy had a lengthy on and off again romance, which ultimately came to an end on February the 1st, 2019 at a party in Malibu. The rapper's former lover claimed that when attempting to leave the party, she got into a confrontation with Soulja Boy's female friend who allegedly knocked her to the ground. According to Myers, Soulja came up to her and hit her with a heavy gun and punched her in the face. She testified that the rapper told her that she would DIE that night. She later claimed that Anderson tied her to a chair with extension wires. Myers alleged that she was held captive for 6 hours and the assault left her with 3 shattered ribs and a bruised face. She claimed Anderson wouldn't release her until she committed a sexual act on him, and after she complied, she sprinted out of the house and called the police. Police officers raided the home and found Soulja had weapons, which led to a probation violation and a separate criminal case and landed the rapper in jail. He was never charged for the alleged assault of Myers. Soulja Boy maintained that any harm to his ex-girlfriend was the fault of others and has denied all accusations of wrongdoing. He also asked that the lawsuit be dismissed. This isn't the first time that Soulja has been accused of abusing an ex-girlfriend. Grammy Award-winning producer Teddy Riley demanded an apology from Soulja after the rapper allegedly abused his daughter, Nia Riley. The Pretty Boy Swag rapper and Nia Riley also had an ongoing an on and off again relationship from 2013 to 2019 until they publicized on VH1's Love and Hip Hop Hollywood and Marriage Boot Camp. Following their split, Nia came forward and claimed that Soulja physically abused her throughout their relationship, and she stated that he hit her multiple times and put a GUN to her head and even kicked her while she was like 15 weeks pregnant, causing a miscarriage. He absolutely knew that I was pregnant. I was like 15 weeks. I don't think I had told anybody else that I was pregnant because truthfully in my mind, I didn't know what I was going to do or what I wanted to do. And I was in LA, so I had some time. I'm not sure what time it was that it happened, but I know for sure that it was late that night, maybe early morning. And I remember I had to put a towel on the bed. Soulja Boy denied those allegations and threatened to take illegal action. A spokesperson for the Mississippi native said, I vehemently deny these allegations and I am in contact with my legal team and the appropriate legal action will be taken against these lies. The rep added Soulja would never put his hands on a woman. He wouldn't beat a woman or put his hands on a woman. This is nonsense. So that was the article from the JasmineBrand.com, basically talking about Soulja Boy in this situation with his ex-girlfriend. And I am inclined to believe that his ex-girlfriend is telling the truth on him. Soulja Boy has shown that he's abusive. Did y'all watch Marriage Boot Camp? The way that he put his hands on Nia and the way that she screamed for her life when he came in there and pulled her by the leg and everybody had to run in to save her. And I feel like if it wasn't on cameras that he would have did most definitely some bodily harm to that girl. I really believe Nia, and I've always believed Nia because he always gave off abusive vibes. He always gave off, I will put my hands on a woman if I don't get what I want, and I will put my hands on a woman if she do this, and I'll put my hands on a woman if she do that. That's the type of vibe that he always gave me. I'm just going to be 100 with you about that. That's the vibe that he's always given me, and I've always felt like he'll do that to a woman. I've always felt that way about him. So I don't care what he says or what anybody else got to say about the situation. He would definitely put his hands on a woman, and I do believe it. And on top of that, I just don't believe that the woman is sitting up here lying on him. We've already seen in different instances how he is towards women and what he would do to a woman. So I don't care what nobody got to say about it. And if there's some Soulja Boy supporters up in here, you know I don't care, child. I believe every solitary word that's what happened. I definitely believe that because just based off the things that he's shown us already. And I believe Nia when she said that he put his hand, Nia when she said he put his hands on her. I believe every word of it, and it is what it is. Soulja Boy, stop putting your hands on women. Stop putting your hands on women. If you want to put your hands on somebody, put your hands on a man. But a lot of you dudes would not put your hands on a man. You'll be so quick to put your hands on a woman, but you won't put one on no damn man. I be telling y'all, I'll fight y'all. I might lose, but I'll fight y'all. Put your hands on me. I'll give you a run for your money. But either way, we're going to move on to the next story. So the next story involves rapper Chance the Rapper. Okay, that's what the next story involves. And he was trending as internet users debate the appropriateness of him dancing with other women at Carnival as a married man. This also comes from the JasmineBrand.com, y'all. So it says Chicago native Chance the Rapper seems to have enjoyed his time at Carnival recently. So several videos of the big day artists dancing at the Jamaican celebration began making their way around the internet, sparking a mass debate about married men dancing with other women. Chance the Rapper, who is named Chancellor Bennett, age 30, attended the festival, which was held in Kingston, Jamaica from the 12th through the 18th of this month. In multiple videos, the rap star can be seen gleefully dancing behind different women. One video shows a woman donning a white one piece screaming before dancing on the Grammy Award winner. As the caption to her video, she wrote, Chance the Rapper said it's his birthday. Another clip seems to be the most controversial, featuring Chance attempting to keep his balance and composure while being propped up by his entourage. The woman in the clip wears nothing but a gold string bra and a thong piece as she dances on the rapper. Many pointed out her ambiguous but notable facial expression at the end of the dance. Okay. What else was happening? As the videos gained traction, many internet users were quick to chime in. If you're unfamiliar, Chance the Rapper married his longtime partner, Kirsten Corley, 3 years ago and shares 2 daughters with her. Just last year, Corley felt inclined to defend the musician and admit claims that he was repeatedly liking sexually explicit content of transgender people on Twitter. While there has been no input from the celebrity wife on her husband's recent carnival trip, social media users had plenty to say, and some condemned Chance, questioning if he is still married or having problems in his marriage. Many others have defended the rap star, and users stated that whine, which is the grinding dance move seen in the video, is simply part of the carnival culture and is harmless. Okay, so these are what some of the tweets were saying. Some of the tweets were saying Chance the Rapper got caught in 4K being a nasty man. Y'all thought Chance the Rapper was going to Jamaica during Carnival to just stand and watch. Some people said they're mad at Chance the Rapper for quote unquote cheating on his wife, y'all. Don't bring the European nonsense to this ethnic household and let that man enjoy Caribbean culture. Someone said, y'all saying this is Caribbean culture, but Chance the Rapper is from Chicago. Someone said this Chance the Rapper discourse is why I can't ever date outside my culture, because I don't have time to be explaining to a man that me whining on the next is in all good fun and is no disrespect to him. I refuse. Okay. Someone else said, so people are debating whether Chance the Rapper is wrong for letting a chick twerk on him. After all the things we hear rappers do as married men, this is what we zero in on. Child, let's just mind our own business on this one. Only his wife opinion matters anyway. So that's pretty much the gist of this article involving Chance the Rapper trending for dancing on other women at Carnival in Jamaica. Now, I'm going to say this, okay? Because I ain't in no relationship. I ain't got no man. I'm not in no relationship. We already talked about my love life already. So I ain't got no man and I ain't in no relationship. Would I personally be mad that my man was dancing with somebody else? Not really. Especially because it's a cultural thing. Like, this is, carnival. It's a wine dine thing, I personally would not be mad about that. I'm just going to be honest, because I really don't be giving a damn about a lot of stuff. Like, some stuff I just don't care about. Like, you ain't in the mother, you know what I mean? So I don't care about you dancing on somebody. It really don't bother me. Like, I really don't care. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I really don't care about that. But at the same time, I could understand why the next person may look at it and think that, okay, this is a form of cheating. Like, why you out here dancing on a whole nother woman and you married? So I can understand how it may look to the next person. You know what I mean? So I'm never going to take that away from somebody else. Like, if somebody feels like that's a cheating situation and they don't allow that and they don't like that, then that's okay. I understand it. I would never take that from nobody else because that's their feeling. I would never say, oh, girl, you doing too much, or girl, you don't need to be mad about this, because some people don't like that. Like, some people don't want their man dancing all on another woman and stuff like that. Like, some people don't want that. And who are we to say what we will and want to? Who are we to tell somebody what they should and what they shouldn't tolerate? Me personally, it wouldn't make me no difference. I really wouldn't be pissed off. But at this, because I'm probably, if I was in a relationship and I'm dancing, and which I don't really dance that much, I might want to dance with somebody. I'm not at the club. I'm not with my man. I'm just out having me a good time. But that don't mean I'm gonna sleep with somebody just because I'm dancing with them. But in the same breath, I get why some people may feel like, that's a form of cheating, or not really cheating, but it's disrespectful to his mate, maybe. You know what I mean? I can see why they may feel that way. So I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to take that away from nobody. I definitely understand it. So yeah. But since this is a premiere, I'm just wondering what you guys are saying in the comments. Like, what do you guys think about this? Like, do you guys think that this is cheating? Do you guys think that this is disrespectful? Do you think that people may have taken this the wrong way and may have said, okay, y'all, or y'all think that they may have been doing too much with this? Like, what are you guys' thoughts on this situation? Because me personally, I ain't gonna say that people doing too much, but I'm just gonna tell you what I don't care about, and that I could give a damn about. You know what I mean? So but then again, I'm just laid back. But some people might think I'm a damn fool allowing my man to dance with somebody else. I mean, who knows? But with that being said, we're going to move on to the next topic. And the next topic is Miss Megan Thee Stallion. Now, as you guys already see over the last few weeks, Megan Thee Stallion is back out there, child. You know what I mean? She is back in the place. She's back out here doing the thing. And I'm very happy to see her. I am very happy to see her back because she has been going through a lot of stuff. You know, with this situation involving her and Tory Lanez in this case and stuff like that. So she's been dealing with a lot, but I'm glad that she's out here and she's speaking her truth and doing what she needs to do. Okay. So with that being said, let me let y'all know something. This is coming from Jasmine Brand as well. She broke her silence on the Tory Lanez guilty verdict, and this is what was said. Now, Megan Thee Stallion is addressing her feelings about Tory Lanez and the guilty verdict for the first time and the last time. For Elle magazine, Megan Pete expressed that she would like to be identified as a survivor rather than a victim. As you may know, the Houston rapper was shot almost 3 years ago by now incarcerated rapper Tory Lanez. Okay, so Megan said, not only did I survive being SHOT by someone that I trusted and considered a close friend, but I overcame the public humiliation of having my name and reputation dragged through the mud by that individual for the whole world to see. According to the 28-year-old rapper, she initially planned on handle the shooting incident privately, but that went out the window once Tory Lanez went public with his side of things. Megan said that when she finally revealed the truth about who harmed her, she was drained by the false narrative created by her abuser. By the time that I identified my attacker, I was completely drained. Many thought that I was inexplicably healed because I was still smiling through the pain, still posting on social media, still performing, still dancing, still releasing music. But the truth is that I started falling into a depression and I didn't feel like making music. I was in such a low place that I didn't know what I wanted to rap about anymore. I wondered if people even cared anymore. There would be times that I would literally be backstage or in my hotel crying my eyes out, and then I have to pull Megan Pete together and be Megan Thee Stallion. Thankfully, when Tory Lanez was given a guilty verdict for his actions, Megan was able to find the light in a dark situation. When the guilty verdict came in on December the 23rd, 2022, it was more than just vindication for me. It was a victory for every woman who has ever been shamed, dismissed, and blamed for a violent crime committed against them. The savage artist then addressed other victims who have survived violence and let them know that she's rooting for them. For anyone who has survived violence, please know that your feelings are valid. You matter. You are not at fault. You are important. You are loved, and you are not defined by your trauma. And you can continue to write beautiful and new chapters to your life story. Just because you are in a bad situation doesn't mean that you are a bad person. Our value doesn't come from the opinions of other people. As long as you stand your ground and live in your truth, nobody can take your power. With the Tory Lanez incident seemingly behind her, Megan touched on what's next. I was told that you can't have crucifixion. I cannot pronounce that word for nothing without resurrection. And that statement resonated so deeply with me. This is a rebirth of a happier and healthier me. I'm a survivor, and I have and I will continue to embrace the highs and the lows of my journey. I'm excited to get back into music because I have so transformed. I'm playing around with new songs and new sounds that I can't wait for everyone to hear. During her essay, she also clarified that she'd be done talking about the incident. I understand the public intrigue, but for the sake of my mental health, I don't plan on keep reliving the most traumatic experience of my life and over again. I'm choosing to change the narrative because I'm more than just my trauma. And that was pretty much it on that situation with Megan. And I must say that I'm glad that she's speaking. I'm glad that she's finding peace with this situation. And I'm glad that she's in a happier, more healthier place. Because it got to be terrible to be sitting around here, feeling like the world is against you and feeling like nobody is really having your back in this situation, because nobody really did have Megan's back. So many people turned on her. So many people that she thought really cared and loved her was quick to turn on her. And, especially women, she's fighting for the women and African-American women, and they all treated her like crap. And I felt like most of us gay men were the main ones, gay bloggers, that was the ones that was, pretty much looking out for her and letting her know that we had her back and that we sided with her. A lot of us did. Okay. And I was here for Megan 100%. So I'm glad that she's back and she's better than ever. And I just want her to keep on moving on. And I'm glad that she's letting the people know that she would not constantly keep speaking on this incident between her and Tory. Is too traumatic for her to keep on talking about, and I definitely appreciate that. And I'm glad that she's in a better position. You know what I mean? So that's all that really matters to me. So shout out to Megan for speaking her truth, breaking her silence, even amongst all this other stuff, especially with him out here talking about, child, I'm gonna go and give me a what is it? an appeal on my case and stuff like that. So she's still moving on. I can't wait to hear more music. I love Megan. Oh my God, I love me some Megan. That last album was the shit. Okay, very personal album, but I loved it. I loved every morsel of that album. So shout out to Megan for being who she is, being the fly Aquarius that she is, and that we are all known to be, and putting out more music and being herself. Shout out to Megan. So let's move on to the very next story. Next story is Miss Carisha. Okay, Miss Carisha is out here letting the people know that she and Diddy are no longer together, and not only are they no longer together, she's thinking about changing the way she presents herself. Okay. Now let's get into this right here. So this comes from the neighborhood talk, of course. And let's get into it because this is something new. Look at these new photos of her too. These photos. Let's look at these photos first. These photos are nice. But Carisha has always been like a beautiful girl to me, regardless of how she talks and the way that she acts and how stupid she sounds most of the time. She's a beautiful girl. I like her. I like her look. Shout out to Miss Carisha, please. Okay, Carisha, please. Carisha, please. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this now. The article states, Young Miami is opening up in a cover story that she did with the Cut magazine, and in typical fashion, she is not holding anything back, okay? The rap star touched on many topics, including her style of slang. I really want to change the way I talk. I just feel like it's my accent. It's growing up in Miami. It's my slang. I talk like my mom. A lot of people don't understand it, so they take it as being like illiterate or not being able to talk properly. I always think about it and I'll be like, I'm going to do it, but I never follow through. Critics also had much to say about Miami's featured role on BMF. Many wondered why she was selected to get the part, and it turns that she reached out to them. I actually reached out to them and I was like, I want to do y'all got something for me? She says the role of losing her husband was hard to play, considering the fact that she never had the chance to really grieve the loss of her son's father in real life. I never got a chance to go through the emotion of my baby father being killed, and I feel like he's gone because I was always working. Miami also dissed on another man in her life, Diddy. When asked if they were still together, she replied, "No, that's not my man. We had our own situation. I'm not gonna put a title on it. We were effing with each other hard. We were together every day at one point. He supported me and I supported him. And I'll let the internet call it whatever they want to call it." It's also important to note that Diddy is not the man who gave her a golden shower, according to Carisha. Okay, so that was pretty much it on Miss Carisha, Miss Young Miami, on this situation. And I must say that growth looks nice on Carisha. And I'm rooting for Miss Carisha to get herself together. Not that she don't have herself together already, but she's cognizant of how she's portrayed and how she's presenting herself now. And people do look at her like she's a dummy. I'm one of the ones that has. People do consider her as, illiterate and like she can't really talk. It's just the way that she presents herself. But I really do believe that Carisha really wants to, do more for herself and be bigger than what she is. Because if we're really going to be real about it, Carisha is bigger than City Girls at this point. We got to be honest. Carisha, the personality, is bigger than City Girls. It is. And we got to be real. We got to be 100 about that, because that's the truth. She's much bigger than City Girls at this point. She's carved a lane for herself, and it's amazing to see that. It's absolutely amazing to see the lane that she's carved for herself. She got a big podcast. It's been #1. Everybody loves it. People are excited to see her. She's not really having much negative press, and people love her personality. She has this genuine hood rich personality that people seems to connect to and gravitate to. So I would say that she's doing something right with this situation. If you really want to be honest about it, like, she seems to be doing something right with this, honestly, you know what I mean? So I don't know. It is what it is. I just feel like she's bigger than City Girls at this point. She's carving a brand for herself. And I think that is the reason why a lot of people want, a lot of people want her to go solo because they feel like she's bigger than the group, which she kind of is. She's doing way more than JT do, and I think that JT just wants to work and go home, but Carisha wants to start them. She want to work. She want to do music. She want to do podcasts. She wants to do way more, and I feel like she's a driven person, and that's the Aquarius in us. Like, we're very driven. Like, I love my YouTube, but I also want to get right back into my writing again. Like, I like today after I do this video, I'm not doing any more videos. The only thing that I'm gonna do later is that collaboration with this other YouTuber. I'm not saying nothing yet because he ain't put it out there yet, but we're supposed to be doing a collaboration, me and two other YouTubers. But I want to get back into my writing. Like, I want to write more again. Like, I ain't wrote nothing in like 3 years, so I want to get back into my writing. So in addition to this, I want to put my books out. I want to make some of my books a web series or something like that for the internet. Like, do something like that. Like, that's what I want to do. So shout out to Young Miami for just keeping it pushing and, you know, not continuing to look like a fool over Diddy too. That's what I'm saying. So we're gonna move on to the very last story, and these two idiots here, Hazel E and her, I guess her husband, I believe. You know what I mean? So it's they always got something going on, child. It's always something. Okay, so this is what was being said. Okay, so let's get into the neighborhood talk. This is where this is all at the neighborhood talk. He blasting her. They've been blasting each other for a minute now. So this is what was said here. So Hazel E's estranged husband calls her out, saying that he's broke, but requesting 1K a month for spousal support. I want all the smoke, Hazel. He is what he said. But if I was broke, why you asking me for alimony? Like, what? Okay, that's the first thing. Second thing, she don't know how to shut up and keep my name out of her mouth. She can't keep shit off the internet. So we going there now. Enough is enough. I want all the smoke, Hazel E. Give me a second. I'm gonna go on my emails and find another receipt. Proof from my lawyer showing that I never asked her for nothing. I said no to the alimony. I don't need your little money, shawty. Then he said, there's the proof. Tell her to show proof of me asking her for anything from her. I'll wait. I never needed ish from your burnt out self. Okay. So just like, ooh. Okay, so that was pretty much suggested there right there. And this is all I got to say about that. It's crazy to me because Hazel E was sitting up here bragging about this man and acting like he was this and that and just trying to sick him on anybody that says something about her and stuff like that. But here he go, using a name that her enemy gave her, making fun of her insecurities and things of that nature. But see, Hazel E, stop putting shit on social media like we care. Every time we turn around, when something going on between you and this queen that you married, you want to put this stuff on social media like we give a damn. We don't care. No, honey, we could care less about what's really going on between you and this man. We could care less, honey. I'm telling you, we could care less. Like, I don't know why you keep on trying to put this stuff on social media like we give a damn. We don't care. I can't say it enough. Like, we really don't care. But at the same point in time, girl, it's like, what are you doing? And you look crazy right now. You really do look crazy because this man is like dogging you, like he disrespecting you to the point of no return by calling you the name that the girl that you hate the most gave you. She called you Hazel E, and his corny queenish ass called you hate Hazel E too. Like, are you serious right now? It's crazy, baby. But Hazel E always taking a damn L. It don't matter what she do. She always taking an L. Always looking stupid. Always looking crazy. Like, for real. Always. I don't know what more to tell her. Because you look like a fool. You look like a damn fool, girl. Up there. You look like a damn fool. For real. Like you do. Like, I don't know what else to say to her. She look like a fool. But that's what happens when you marry groupies. See, that man didn't want you. He wanted you because you was on TV, and he thought he can get some fame out of your ass. That's what really happened. See, you can't be marrying no damn groupies, Hazel. You can't be marrying no groupie. You had way more than what he had, and he's sitting up here dogging you. Girl, y'all gonna get enough of marrying these men that's picking you up off the street just because you was on TV. Y'all gonna get enough. I'm telling you, y'all gonna get enough of it. Y'all gonna get enough of it. I'm telling you, y'all gonna get enough of being with these men who could give not one about y'all. I'm telling you. But that's all I got on Hazel E and this man, because I didn't really care. I just seen everybody else talking about it. And I'm like, okay, I may as well make that a part of Yes for the Mess. But y'all, that's pretty much it for the mess. So what y'all got to say about it? This be your boy Scattered by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, and share this video. And also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. If you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below in the description box. With that being said, you guys, as you guys get ready to leave the chat, be sure to leave blue hearts in the chat for my girl, Danita Rashawn. And also, shout out to all of the content creators that have reached out to me in my darkest moments that I'm dealing with right now. I really appreciate everybody. Let me go back on camera for this. Let me go back on camera for this real quick. I appreciate you guys for really reaching out to me. Like Caramel Real reached out to me. Dre Simber reached out to me from, G Status. Shout out to him. There's so many different people that's reaching out to me right now. A lot of them. Ashley Miller sent me a shout out. Me and Bundy Blue had a great conversation. Chef Dun. So many different people have reached out to me, and these are not all the people. These are just the people that I can name off the top of my head, like Mims, just completely. All my friends, everybody, all my friends you know me to be friends with on YouTube have all reached out to me, and I really, really appreciate everybody giving me that love and respect. I really do. Like, just to know that, and all of the subscribers have reached out, sending me stuff. Like, the love is amazing. And I never knew how much I was loved until I went through this until I started opening up about my depression. Like, I am ecstatic with all the support. Thank y'all for that. But y'all, I'm out of here until the next one. I will talk to you guys a little bit later, y'all. Bye, y'all.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Tramel. I just wanted to say that I have a new project that's out. It's called Mixed Feelings. It's on all streaming platforms. I would hope that you would go and check it out. It's a really good feel of an album. It's got everything you need and more. It's got R&B, it's got a little bit of pop, it's got a little bit of hip hop. It's everything that you need and more. It's out all streaming platforms, like I said. Please check me out, and you can also follow me at IAM_Tramel. That's IAM_TRAMEL. Check me out. I hope to hear from you.